You trust me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I am going to take hold of your hand,
Okay.
and you are going to follow me.
Follow you? Okay.
Yeah, like I'm gonna lead you, and you're gonna go. Oh, we gotta move up because of the trolley. So watch, just as I direct you, just follow me this way.
Can I keep my eyes open while you're leading me?
No,
Okay.
no, your
He's right
your
with
eyes
you,
are
right with you.
closed.
Keep my eyes closed?
Your eyes are closed the whole time. Okay?
Okay.
So, your eyes are closed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
My eyes are closed.
So, they kind of, hey.
I'm gonna fall over.
No, you're not gonna fall over. Just trust me, okay? Okay? So, I love you.
I love you too.
You're moving so slow.
I can't see.
That's okay, that's okay. It actually goes without saying that I adore you and our time together.
Yes.
Yeah. And in light of thinking about all of the time that we spent together, there are actually some moments that you remember when we like kept track of all of our days?
Yes.
Yeah. I went through and I calculated how many days it's been since all of this.
Okay.
Okay? Ooh, that feels really good. So, no,
Okay.
there's no steps. I will tell you other steps, okay? So, did you know that it's been 513 days
What?
since you initiated our relationship on New Harmony?
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
And don't.
513. I'm not.
500, yeah, 513.
Okay.
Okay? Then it was 506 days since our first virtual date
Okay.
when we talked online, or
Okay.
we Skyped, or FaceTime.
Yes. Our eHarmony, their virtual date.
Yeah. Which both of us couldn't figure out how to work it and how to get it figured out. It's been 500 days since I'm in person. Like all 24 hours. Then 540 days since I asked you for the first time that you trust me.
Okay.
580 days.
540.
580. Or 480. 480. Yeah, sorry.
480.
Messed that up.
Okay.
Then 473 days since I met your siblings and all their friends. And they could say how much they wanted me to be their teacher, which would not happen because that would be insane. 565 days since I shared with you about my personal struggles and stuff. And since I thought that you were my girlfriend. Which you were so mad about because then it was 452 days since I officially asked you to be my girlfriend. And you decided to be overly petty and be like, oh no, let's wait. I don't want to.
That doesn't sound like me.
And then
at
you
all.
immediately said, oh, no, actually, yeah, of course. Then it was 442 days since I first said aloud, and this was one of the ones that I couldn't share with you.
Okay.
442 days since I first said aloud that I could see myself marrying this person out loud to someone else.
I just have that too.
Andrew and Della. It was when I was doing their flooring, yeah.
Huh.
And they were asking me about this girl that I started dating and seeing, and I was like, yeah, guys, actually, like, she's insanely amazing. And, like, I can totally see myself marrying her. Then it was 429 days since I met your parents.
Okay.
And you were so worried that I didn't know how to shake your dad's hand.
Yes.
Okay, watch your step here. Slow step. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, another slow step. There's a man on the rail, or the rail. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
415 days since you met my parents. And it was also at that time that I also knew that I already loved you. And I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
That's so cute.
It was a big jump up 332 days since our trip to the Wisconsin Dells, which was our first romantic trip together.
Yes.
And just for both of us, like in general, 270 days since I told you I loved you for the first time while you cried about the December Bride trailer. Not even the movie, just the trailer.
Just the trailer.
Yeah, just the trailer. And it was 262 days since our parents officially met. And then they got along so well, and it was fantastic. And it was also at that time that I officially started planning this trip to Disney. Okay.
Okay.
Then it was 248 days since our first trip to Nashville, which was amazing. And we tried like the best chicken in the world, and it was so good.
So good.
Then 220 days since we started looking at rings for the first time.
Yes.
And do you remember which one was your favorite?
Jasmine?
Yeah, probably Jasmine, because then you also love the Ariel one and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And then here, I'm gonna let go of your hand, but I'm still
Okay.
gonna be here. Okay.
Okay.
So it was 220 days since we first started looking at rings. And this next part is something you didn't know, because it was 186 days since I went back and I bought that ring. And you proceeded to compare every single one to that one. So all the times when we would go and look at new rings and stuff, you always compared to that. And I was like, oh, thank God, like she's comparing it to this one because, it's just that one. It's the one. And then it was actually 174 days since I asked your parents permission to marry you. And also, if they would like to join us in Disney to share in this moment together. Alright, like that. Then it was 165 days since we met my brother. 119 days since we started to pray together every night. 87 days since our first anniversary. 66 days since the first wedding we had together. And 64 days since I started writing the speech. And here we are. It's not like I've been counting the days or anything. I'm gonna borrow that because I'm sweating like crazy. Oh my gosh. It's not like I've been counting the days. Here you go. But it's been 513 days since you initiated our relationship. And in remembering the days gone by, it was all the moments in between that ultimately led us to here. The moments filled with some smiles and laughter, some tears, primarily happy ones, but also mostly from you. Some video games, some really, really good food and drinks. Some called Visa back moments. Some spinach puffs from both of us having super hangry things and super hungry. A lot of Nacho Libre, especially in the last few months. Some Disney and Star Wars, which we're literally in right now. Some weird card games, like really weird card games. Some family and friends and so much more. And infinitely more awaiting us. But there's something that stands in our way, something that I've been meaning to ask you for a really long time with no hypothetically attached. And so, Alexis, it has been amazing. And I don't intend on it stopping ever because, that's not in the gameplay. Here, do you mind holding that? But don't open your eyes. It's not in the plan. It's all a part of the plan to spend the rest of my life with you. And can you please open your eyes? So without further ado, would you do me the honor of spending all the rest of your life in marrying me? You can turn around and see your dad there.